cooking show. I'm Chef PatnDaPot from Lake Charles, Louisiana, and today I'm going to be cooking some good old chicken and spinach in Parmesan cream sauce. All right, but before we get started, I got my little Buggy back with me. Buggy. Buggy was with me when we cooked that good old shrimp and sausage casserole. So I got my little Buggy, my little sous chef is going to be helping me again today. How about you, Buggy?
I'm doing good. How are you?
You had a good day in school, Buggy?
It was great.
All right, so we're going to get our little drinky drink on before we get started.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. What you got in that glass?
Dr. Pepper.
What?
Dr. Pepper.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Let me find out. All right, drinky drink. Woo-hoo! Yes, indeed, I always need my little drinky drink to get started. All right, so now I doubled my recipe. Now, the recipe calls for 4 bone-in chicken thighs. I have 8. So it calls for, I'm going to tell you, for 4 people, you would need 4 chicken thighs and 1 pound of chicken stock. Not 1 pound of chicken stock, I'm sorry. 2 cups of red potatoes. So I diced 4 cups of red potatoes. So now, you know, I'm always getting my tomatoes and potatoes messed up. So today I can't go wrong because I got tomatoes and potatoes this time. So I got 2 medium tomatoes that's going to go in there that I'm going to be dicing up. I have 2 cups of Parmesan cheese. I got the real finely shredded Parmesan cheese, which it calls for grated, but I went on and got the shredded. I got 2 cups of half and half. I have 2 cups of chicken stock, 2 cups of spinach right here. Lost my train of thought. And I got 4 cloves of garlic minced up, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper, and I'm going to be seasoning it with some Italian herbs, which consist of oregano, basil, thyme, just a mixture of Italian blend. And I got some roasted garlic and herb, and I have about a teaspoon of paprika I'm going to be using later also. So as I'm cooking it along, I'll explain what I'm doing. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and cut up the tomatoes. So let's get that Buggy. You know how to cut up a tomato? I'm gonna cut one, and then I'm gonna see if you can cut the other one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it in half, just like that. You're gonna lay it on its side, slice, and you're just gonna slice them across, just like that. You following me?
Yes, ma'am.
Because one day you're gonna be cooking for me. When I'm gonna be old and can't make it to the stove, who's gonna be taking care of me?
I got you.
What? You sure about that?
I'm pretty sure.
They all say that. You're gonna get grown and find your wife and you ain't gonna know nothing about nanny.
Oh, yeah, I will.
All right, I'm gonna be counting on that.
It's a promise.
Okay. And then you're gonna turn it sideways, and you're gonna hold it and dice them into some little dices like that. So we're gonna be careful, don't cut your fingers though. So we're gonna take these, and we're gonna put it in this little bowl right here. And then we're gonna do the other one. Woo! My chopping board wanna slide off. And by the way, this chopping board was made by a good friend of mine that I used to work with. His name is Tracy Trouillet. I met Mr. Tracy back in 2015. We used to work together, and he's a fine carpenter. I tell you what, he built me this chopping board, and I've been using it ever since. I love it. Thank you, Mr. Tracy. Almost finished. You think you can handle this, Buggy?
I'm pretty sure.
Let's see. We're going to get you to slice 1/2, and then we're going to take us a little break. We're going to come back. Well, we have to. Go ahead. Let's see what you got. Cut it in half. Got your fingers. Cut it in half. Okay. Slice it. Turn it this way. Slice it like I showed you. Speed it up a little bit. Watch your fingers. There you go. All right. That's good. Let me finish because we got to hurry up and season this meat because we're going to run out of time. Try to go sideways. You're doing fine. There you go. Push. There you go. All right. Okay. You did a fine job. I'm going to finish it up, and we're going to get started on this chicken. Oh. Let me finish chopping this part up. We can move this over. Throw that in there. Chop this up real quick. And we're going to get to that chicken. See, when you learn how to cut it, you're going to go real fast. Because Danny over there saying, hurry up. All right. Now we got that tomato out of the way. 2 medium tomatoes, but they look like some large tomatoes. All right. Notice I said tomatoes and not potatoes. Okay, so we're going to move this out of the way. We got that. We're going to go ahead and go with the chicken. Now what you're going to do is you're going to wash your chicken. Always wash your chicken good and clean, and then you're going to pat it dry with some paper towels. So I've already done that. So I'm going to go ahead and I have some roasted garlic and herbs that I'm going to sprinkle all over it, like so. And then I have some Italian seasoning mix. And we're going to go all over it like that. And then we're going to go ahead and finish seasoning the other side. And we're going to go ahead and take a little break. And when we come back, we'll be started at the stove.
Daniel, you ready to go camping?
Well, yeah, Gavin, let's go through the checklist.
Let's check the water lines and fixtures for leaks.
Southern stocks all the plumbing fittings you need to get going.
Is the AC and refrigerator working?
I sure hope so. I hate to be hot or have hot drinks.
Southern stocks several models of ACs and refrigerators.
Don't forget to check the lights.
How many bulbs do you think we'll need? You know they burn out fast.
Southern stocks 12-volt LED bulbs that last up to 50,000 hours.
Let's make our first stop.
Southern Mobile Home and RV Supply.
Since 1991, Dr. Robert Arango has provided the best foot and ankle care for his patients in Southwest Louisiana. Lake Area Foot Care Center is dedicated to your comfort and prompt attention. Many minor foot and ankle procedures can be successfully treated in office, such as ingrown toenails, skin biopsies, hammer toes, bone spurs, and wart removal. At Lake Area Foot Care Center, Dr. Arango's goal is to help you maintain healthy feet and ankles.
Lake Charles Poultry has a second location, offering more convenience and longer hours, but still the freshest meats at the best prices. Service like an old-fashioned meat market. Lake Charles Poultry, Highway 90 East and Hobby Lobby Shopping Center in Lake Charles.
All right, we're back with Pat in the Pot, and while we was away, right now since I doubled my recipe, I have 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter melted down. So we're gonna go ahead and start frying our chicken right now. Let me get my little drinky drink. Ooh-wee. All right, so like I said, it calls for 4 chicken thighs, but I got 8. Feeding a lot of people today. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and put it in there. Let me turn up my fire. My skillet ought to hold all 8 of them. If not, then I'm in trouble. I got them good and seasoned, like I said. They're sliding all over the platter. Gonna try to mess with me. There we go. Yeah, we can get them all in there. Big old platter. All right, so if you're having company over, this is a good dish. In fact, I'm cooking this because my cousin Dina, she loved, when she seen it on Facebook, she asked me if I could cook this on my show. So Dina, I'm cooking this especially because you asked me to. And I'm gonna try to save you a plate if I can. If I can, I'm gonna sneak you a plate. And I hope you're feeling better. Everybody pray for my cousin Dina. She's not feeling too good right now. So everybody pray for my beautiful cousin Dina. We love you, Dina. I know you're gonna be all right. So we're gonna go ahead and fry this down about 4 to 5 minutes per side. So what I got them in there for about 30 seconds now. So we're gonna let it fry down for about 5 minutes on each side. So Buggy, you learning about this?
Yes, ma'am.
Get up in here and check it out. See that? Look how pretty it's looking already. So, since I don't have any children, Buggy is the closest thing to a son. He's always with me. In fact, he came to spend the weekend with me last weekend. He claims that he's going to take care of me when I get older, because I'm already old. So, Buggy, you better take care of Nanny.
I will.
You promise? Okay. You know Nanny got you in her wheel.
Oh, for real?
You know Nanny got you in her wheel. All right. You're going to be taking care of Nanny. Okay, so while this is frying now, I'm going to tell y'all a little joke. It's really, yeah, it is kind of like a little joke. So they had this young father. He was putting his little girl to bed one night. And as he was saying good night, the little girl says, "Daddy, I really wish I had a little sister." And the daddy, being a smarty, he just being a smarty, he says, "Well, you do have a little sister." And she says, "I do?" And he says, "Yes, you do. But you just don't ever see her. Because when you're coming in the front door, she's going out the back door." So she looks, and she's all puzzled and confused, and she looks at him and she says, "Kind of like my second daddy do." Busted. Mama is busted. All right, I thought that was pretty funny. So it's frying down, but it's still not quite ready to turn around. We're gonna go ahead and let this fry down. So Buggy, what you did in school today?
Oh, well, I have my Journey to Careers class to learn to help me succeed in my future, which I'm hoping to be a mechanic at Ford.
You want to be a mechanic? That's what you want to be? Oh, I thought you was gonna be a doctor.
A doctor, well, I could do that
Well,
too.
you be what you want to be. Whatever is gonna make you happy, that's what you do, okay?
Okay.
All right. If being a mechanic make you happy, then you can be a mechanic. So, but you're gonna learn how to cook, though.
Of course.
You gotta learn how to cook. You gotta feed Nanny. All right. So while we're letting this fry down, we're gonna go ahead and take a little break, and we'll come right back with more Pat in the Pot.
Daniel, you ready to go camping?
Well, yeah, Gavin, let's go through the checklist.
Let's check the water lines and fixtures for leaks.
Southern stocks all the plumbing fittings you need to get going.
Is the AC and refrigerator working?
I sure hope so. I hate to be hot or have hot drinks.
Southern stocks several models of ACs and refrigerators.
Don't forget to check the lights.
How many bulbs you think we'll need? You know they burn out fast.
Southern stocks 12-volt LED bulbs that last up to 50,000 hours.
Let's make our first stop.
Southern Mobile Home and RV Supply.
Lake Charles Poultry has a second location, offering more convenience and longer hours, but still the freshest meats at the best prices. Service like an old-fashioned meat market. Lake Charles Poultry, Highway 90 East and Hobby Lobby Shopping Center in Lake Charles.
All right, welcome back to Pat in the Pot. While we was away, I've been cooking up all this good old meat. All right, this chicken, so what I did, I cooked all 8 pieces and I left one in the pot to show y'all. But what I did, when I took them all out, I left one in there, I drained all the grease, the drippings out. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull this last one out, and then I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Remember, it's supposed to be 1 tablespoon, but since I'm doubling my order, why I'm saying order, like I'm at waiter or something. Since I doubled my recipe, I'm using 2 tablespoons of butter. So we're gonna go ahead and add that other tablespoon of butter in there and let it melt. So I got 8 boned in chicken thighs, and I fried them down on each side for about 5 minutes per side, and then I drained the grease, the drippings, the remaining of what the chicken did, and I put it off aside, and then we're gonna go ahead and melt that second half of that butter, which is 2 tablespoons of butter. And while that's melting, you can throw in your garlic, but you don't want to burn your garlic now. So you're gonna, let me move this off the side and get my little wooden spoon and start sauteing this butter. And then we're gonna add our potatoes with that. My butter's just about, now I got 4 cups of potatoes, but it calls for 2 cups of red potatoes. So, but most people is gonna cook 8. If you're feeding 4 people, you want maybe 2 pieces of chicken a piece, so you can double the recipe. So you're gonna saute that, and you're gonna add let me turn up my fire here, because I didn't want my garlic to burn. So we're gonna go ahead and saute these potatoes. We're gonna add some Italian seasoning in there, like so, about a teaspoon. That's all you're gonna need is a teaspoon, and you're gonna add some paprika, about a teaspoon of paprika. Well, you know me, I get carried away. I like my paprika. So about a teaspoon of paprika. And then I like to add some roasted garlic and herb, just for flavor. And then, of course, you gotta have a little Cajun seasoning. So the recipe doesn't call for that, but you go ahead and throw in your Cajun seasoning. You gotta have some spice. So I'm gonna season it up a little bit, like so, not much. And then we're gonna go ahead and saute this down. For about 5 minutes or so. You're gonna let that cook. So while this is cooking, it's gonna take a little while for these potatoes to get going, because I got a lot of potatoes in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and bump up my fire. Kaden, you wanna stir this? Get in there.
Of course.
All right. So I'm teaching Caden how to cook. Boy, he done passed me up. He used to be like that, but about a year ago, he wasn't this tall. He just keep growing and growing and growing. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. When I'm trying to fix his hair, I have to make him sit down. So I like to fix his hair for him all the time, because that's my buggy. When my buggy used to live with me, he lived with me in his 1st grade school year, because I was out of work. I had injured myself, and so I was not working. So while I was home, I kept Buggy for his 1st year in school, 1st grade. And every morning I'd go and wake him up. That was a little song I'd sing for him to wake him up. I'd go to him and I'd kiss him on his little cheek and I says, Nanny's little love bug, Nanny's little love bug. Nanny love you, little bug. Nanny love you, little bug. Nanny love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, little bug. Remember that, Buggy?
I remember.
Buggy would, he would stretch and turn around, stretch, and I'd be like, Nanny's little love bug. That's my little love bug. All right. So I'm going to tell y'all a quick joke, and then we'll take a little break. So I got this joke from my Uncle Hubert, my mama's brother. My Uncle Hubert, he told me this last week. Now, Uncle Hubert, I don't know if I could say it like you said it, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. So he was telling me about Boudreaux and Thibodeau went fishing one day. And boy, they was out there just reeling in the fish. It was in their boat, and every time they throw their line out, boom, they'd catch a fish. Throw their line out, catch a fish. Before you knew it, their boat was full of fish. So Thibodeau tells Boudreaux, Boudreaux, boy, this is a good spot. Make sure, mark this spot so we can come back. Boudreaux takes out his marker, leans over the side of the boat, and put an X on the boat.
Lake Charles Poultry has a second location, offering more convenience and longer hours, but still the freshest meats at the best prices. Service like an old-fashioned meat market. Lake Charles Poultry, Highway 90 East and Hobby Lobby Shopping Center in Lake Charles.
Since 1991, Dr. Robert Arango has provided the best foot and ankle care for his patients in Southwest Louisiana. Lake Area Foot Care Center is dedicated to your comfort and prompt attention. Many minor foot and ankle procedures can be successfully treated in office, such as ingrown toenails, skin biopsies, hammer toes, bone spurs, and wart removal. At Lake Area Foot Care Center, Dr. Arango's goal is to help you maintain healthy feet and ankles.
All right now, while we were away, we went on and added the chicken stock. I did 2 cups of chicken stock. And I added my tomatoes with my potatoes. Tomatoes and potatoes, got them all going on. All right, so it's been cooking now for about 12, 13 minutes because remember, I doubled my recipe. So I had to add more ingredients and it takes a little longer to cook. So about 12 minutes, you gotta let the potatoes cook with the tomatoes. Tomato, potato, all right. So now what we're gonna do, so since it's been cooking for about a good 12, 13 minutes, the next step is we're gonna go ahead and add our half and half, 2 cups of half and half. I'm gonna go ahead and lower my fire a little bit. I'm gonna add 2 cups of half and half. There we go. Right there. Then we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper. One teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, 3 teaspoons. Season to your taste. All right. However many teaspoons of crushed red pepper you want to put, then that's up to your discretion. All right. So we're going to go ahead and add, we're going to let that simmer for about 2 minutes. Then we're going to add our spinach. And then we're going to return the chicken. There we go. It's looking nice. There you go. All right. I want to give a shout out to my cousin Nikita Gildery. She owns Keeks and Geeks. Keeks and Company. I say Keeks and Geeks. I'm sorry. Keeks and Company in Opelousas. And Art Box. She's an artist. And she made my little Pat in the Pot. Danny, can you zoom in on my little Pat in the Pot shirt? Oh, Danny, please. Please, 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 please. Pat in the Pot. Thank you, Nikita. I love my shirt. Pat in the Pot. All right. And I want to give a shout out to my good buddy, Randy Belshie, who owns Southern Mobile Home and RV. Without him, none of this is possible. He's been by my side from show one all the way through. So thank you, Randy. If y'all need anything for your mobile home or your RV, go see Randy Belshi at Southern Mobile Home and RV in Lake Charles on Highway 14 and in Sulphur on Root Street. He's got every kind of supply you need for your mobile home and RV. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna add our spinach. Whoa, where's my tongs? Where's my tongs? Oh, you washed my tongs? Okay, I guess I can go ahead and put it in here without making a mess. Now I added two cups of frozen spinach in here. We're gonna go ahead and add that in there. Then we're gonna add our mozzarella. Oh, I said mozzarella. I meant Parmesan. Parmesan cheese, and that was 2 cups of shredded Parmesan cheese, which it calls for grated, but I wanted the shredded because you get a little bit more like that. And you're gonna let that cook for about 2 or 3 minutes. Then we're gonna return our chicken. There it goes. Thank you, Dr. Arango. I appreciate everything you've done for me. And anybody have foot problems, go see Dr. Arango at Lake Charles Foot Center on McNeese Street. He'll fix your feet up right up. And good old Lake Charles Poultry for all your good food. Appreciate you, Mr. Danny at Lake Charles Poultry. You took good care of me. Anything I needed, you took care of. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna return our chicken. Now we're gonna let it cook. We're gonna go ahead and put it in there like so. Return all our chicken to the pot, to the skillet. Isn't that looking pretty? Woo-wee! Nice. And we're gonna let that cook for about 15 to 20 minutes because we doubled our recipe. All right, so now while we're gonna let this simmer, we're gonna go ahead and take a little break. But before we do that, I'm gonna get my little drinky drink on. Yee-haw!
Daniel, you ready to go camping?
Well, yeah, Gavin, let's go through the checklist.
Let's check the water lines and fixtures for leaks.
Southern stocks all the plumbing fittings you need to get going.
Is the AC and refrigerator working?
I sure hope so. I hate to be hot or have hot drinks.
Southern stocks several models of ACs and refrigerators.
Don't forget to check the lights.
How many bulbs do you think we'll need? You know they burn out fast.
Southern stocks 12-volt LED bulbs that last up to 50,000 hours.
Let's make our first stop.
Southern Mobile Home and RV Supply.
All right, welcome back to Pat in the Pot. We've been cooking it up in this kitchen and drinking it up too. All right, one more little drinky drink. All right, so let me tell y'all what we had to do while we was at break. Being that those chicken thighs were so big and thick, because they were, we went on and cut them in half because it seemed like it was taking a good little while to cook. So we split them in half. And believe it or not, it's been cooking for about 35 minutes. A lot of food. Big skillet full of meat. So we're gonna go ahead, if you want to look at it, boy, it's nice and pretty. That's that, we got tomatoes in there, potatoes, Parmesan cheese, chicken stock, Italian seasoning. Look at that, nice and pretty. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put it on the plate and give it a taste. Buggy, grab me your plate.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead and put it on low right quick. Let me get you. I know you're ready to eat, Buggy. Woo, hold on. I'm making a mess. Where's the towel? I'm gonna wipe this up. All right, that's yours. Let me go ahead and put some on mine. Get this right there. I'm gonna change spoons. Maybe I can get a bit of scoop with this. Look at them potatoes and spinach. Ooh-wee. Put another little scoop on there. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Chicken and spinach in Parmesan cream sauce. We're about to try it out. You ready, Buggy?
I was born ready.
What? Born ready. Boy, let me find out. All right, Buggy, let's dig in. Let's see what it's all about. Oh, look at it just fall apart. Pull it apart like that. Oh, what you say? Let me get a piece of this, bite of this spinach with this potato right here. We gotta blow because I don't want to burn my mouth. Woo! Here we go. That's nasty.
What?
April Fool. I got y'all, April Fool. Y'all ought to know better than that. Y'all ought to know PatnDaPot is slamming. Oh, yes, indeed, we did it. Oh, that Parmesan is just right on. You can taste that garlic in there with that Parmesan and that chicken. Very flavorful. Very flavorful. Nice. So this is it for PatnDaPot this week, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll tune back in with more Pat